Yes, I want to know people's thoughts on who have been adopted interracially. Whether you've been adopted to white parents and you're black, or black parents, or you know what I'm trying to say. I remember when I was growing up, I had come from a foster home, and my parents adopted me when I was 5. Growing up in a house or in a culture of multiracial whatevers, we started off in a little town called Remus. It's in Michigan. My dad was a minister, and we went to a black church. Actually, before that, when I was adopted, we lived in a little town called Dansville, Michigan. If you've ever seen the movie The Burning Bed, that was in Dansville. We lived right down the road from those people. But growing up, it was okay. Again, my dad moved to Remus. He got a church. It was a black church, but the black people in that town weren't out of hand. I mean, they were normal people, not like the black on black violence you see today. We were just called country folk, and that's what I like. So that really wasn't a problem. Went to a school in Remus that was mixed and had a lot of white friends. And so that really wasn't an issue. Then we moved to a little town called Grand Ledge. They were okay. I had some friends who were white, but to me, it seemed like a preppy town. Then we moved to DeWitt, which is like an hour away from where I am. And that wasn't bad. There was mixed diversity of people in that school. Really didn't have a problem. Had made some very good friends from that school. I didn't graduate from that school because I was legally blind, and so I admit it, I had to take the short bus up to another school, but still, they were treating me well and didn't have any problems. The thing I want to know from you guys is, from other black people or other minorities, were you ever accused of being white or vice versa? There's a lot of things I don't know how to do being black in some of the black culture. Like, I don't know the ebonics, I don't know the signs that people do and all that. So that is I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I have to see other cultures too. I know a lot of people in their races feel comfortable with inside their race. I feel comfortable inside my race, but I also have to commendate for the fact that I have to look outside my race because I was raised white. I don't see color anyway, but if we want to be specific, I don't see color, okay? I don't see color at all. I'm trying to think. But mainly my thing is with the whole race thing is that we're all human. I remember talking to my father, my natural father, before he passed, and got on the phone with one of my relatives, and my relative asked me if I was white. You sound white. Well, part of that goes with the culture, I guess, since I was raised by white people. Another thing I want to clarify for everybody, and I want to know if you have the same issue, about the way you perceive other people. Okay? Typically, and this is not a bad thing. I'm not trying to be prejudiced by saying this next thing. But if given the chance, if we had a room full of white people, room full of black people, I would feel probably more comfortable around the white people, only because of my cultural difference, only because of my culture. And today's society, I am very timid around my own race, only because there's that black on black violence, and I'm not into that. I get very clammy when I go into a black neighborhood. I'm not trying to be prejudiced by that, but that's how it is. So, share some of your experiences, please. How has your culture changed? How has your life changed from being adopted by a white couple, or if you're white, being adopted by a black couple?